KTN News.
And as the doctors reach a deal with the government, nurses and clinical officers will continue with their strike that is currently in its third week. Earlier in the week, the nurses and the clinical officers were expecting a deal with the government, but this was not to happen after Labour Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelugui failed to show up for their scheduled meeting. Here's KTN's Daniel Kariuki with the latest development that now have these medics feeling left out and sidelined.
The Doctors' Union, KMPDU, and the Ministries of Health and Labour Thursday after they reached an agreement on the return to work formula, in effect ending their strike. The doctors now set to resume work after only 3 days. However, even as Kenyans celebrate this feat, another lot remains uncertain and uncatered for: nurses and clinical officers whose strike is in its third week. Earlier this week, nurses and clinical officers had breathed a sigh of relief after meeting to discuss their issues was convened. But these officials would walk away disappointed after a 3-hour wait, saying that Labour CS Simon Chelugui did not appear.
We were told that there was an offer on the table and that we were supposed to come and sign a return to work agreement.
The secretariat who are here, led by the Labour Commissioner, were having an internal meeting, and they said that we wait for the CS to come and the Chair of Council of Governors. We were informed that they are not coming, hence the meeting aborted.
So this shows that the government is not committed to solving the crisis which is going on.
Following the deal with the doctors, this is what they had to say: that their demands remains unaddressed and that the strike was still on. Sentiments echoed by the Nurses Union, who say the CS for Health, Mutahi Kagwe, should not use doctors to counter their issues. The nurses and clinical officers remain adamant that they will not go back to work.
Those of you who may have been on strike, to resume to avoid losing your jobs.
Hatuwezi kukubali kurudi kufa. Maana kurudi kazini bila makwanda ya kufanyia kazi ya kutukinga sisi ni kwenda katika kichinjio na tukwenda kukufa.
The back and forth continues even as Kenyans continue to suffer. But who will blink first in the case of the nurses and clinical officers strike? Daniel Kariuki, KTN News.
And a day before Christmas, many Kenyans had a difficult time at various bus stations in the country as they tried to make their way up country. And for the better part of the day, public service vehicles